Okay, we're ready for step 12, doing the hood, or modeling out the hood. So we want to go right here to the object window, pop it up from where we copied and named it earlier, make it visible. F3 to side view. Go to your rectangle selection tool. It's not there already. And go ahead and you can grab all the way up to here, grab these points up here, grab those right there, and grab these all down here, and delete. There we go, looking pretty good so far. Now we're going to do a little bit more work with this one, and we're going to delete some extra points, and we're going to move some of these points around to get the correct shape we're looking for the truck. Now if we use this like this now, if we move these points back over here to line up with the side fender, it's going to give us some problems here with this polygon right here. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and select all these polys right here, these points, excuse me. Go all the way around. This is part, the only time we'll do this is actually not use a part of the mesh that we've already modeled out so that we can clean it up, delete those points. Okay, and now you see we have these up here and we've got to line up with the front part of the cab here. So we want to select those and go with the live selection here. Hold the shift key down so you can add to your section. And if you're using 10, you can use the add to section tool, or it'll just keep adding as you click along. You don't have to hold any key down. So delete those. Okay, go to F2, top view, and let's select these polys right here. And we want to move it so that it lines up with the truck cab. And then go over here to this side here and line this up where it lines up with the side fender. And then we want to pull these up right here where they line up with the front of the truck. Now, we're just going to have to come out a whole lot more and we're actually going to move these points back later, but line that up pretty good. And you can see there's kind of slope. It's not really sloped. It's kind of straight there. So we want to pull that up a little bit. And it slopes down here. So pull that back just a little bit. There we go. There goes that part right there. Now, this points out that we have a problem here with the side panel here, the side fender. So we want to go to the Object Manager and open up the levels, select the side panel, and just select these front points and go ahead and pull them forward. Move this one back just a little bit and move these back just a little bit, and this one just a tiny bit. There, we got to move this one back just a little bit more because it kind of slopes forward if you look. The points up here are a little bit further in the front than these back here. Okay, now we're pretty much lined up, except for that you can see that the hood area up here, which we'll go back and select the hood again, is a little bit high up on certain areas, which we're going to go ahead and bring those areas down. So select these right here, and even these right here, and those right there, and pull them down to where it meets the top of the truck a little bit. You may have to come here and individually tweak them so that they fit just right. There we go. Move this one just a little bit. And you remember when it goes to hyper nub, or it gets put in a hyper nub, it'll completely change how it fits in there. Okay. Now you can see we still got a problem up here. And the whole thing is we're going to model this out before we do any more changing or tweaking to the hood. So it's looking pretty good right now, but you can see there's some points. This is going to stick up when we put the hyper nub. This is not going to match right when we put it in the hyper nub. So go to F3 again. And I think what we're going to have to do is go back to the side fender because it's not correct still. So, which It looks pretty good. It looks like it lines up pretty good. But these, I think, need just to come out just a little bit. So let's just pull them out just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. And don't worry about this curve. We're going to be getting rid of that here pretty soon anyway. So, and I think what our problem actually is, if we pull this point out here, should match that point right there. There we go. That's a lot better. Is we need to add a cut along this line right here. But I want to make sure we got it pretty good lined up with the hood. So let's get this over like that. Pull these out a little bit like that. And that's looking a lot better. Okay, I think we're pretty good because we can move, we're moving that back up there anyways. So now we want to go to the cut tool, double click it, make sure that you have your loop tool selected, and go ahead and add a cut right there. There we go. There we go. It solved our problem, but it showed us another problem. We want to actually move this up a tiny bit. There we go, and then pull this down a tiny bit to give us more of a curve effect to our side fender. There we go. Looks pretty good. Check out and see if we need to do that anywhere else. No? Pretty good. How's that look there? Pretty square? All right. Now let's get back to working on the hood. Okay, let's go to the object window. Select the hood again. There we go. And it's almost there. And we haven't been moving these sides. We're not going to worry about it because we're going to cut it and we're going to add it to symmetry anyways. But now, if we go to F3, we look at these, select these points right here. We need to come back some. There we go. And we're actually just going to come back some. There we go. Let's look how that looks. Pretty good. And what we need to do now is we've got to add some more cuts here.